you reap is what you sow.
We're back at the Warrior Fight Store in Pickering, Ontario with Thales Leites. Thales, you are the #1 contender for the UFC Middleweight Championship. How does that feel?
Feel great. Biggest opportunity of my life, biggest fight, biggest fight coming up, and mentally, everything, physically, we'll be ready for everything.
Well, earlier in your career, you beat some pretty big names, including Jose Landi. How does it feel to be facing another Brazilian legend in Anderson Silva?
Yeah, I feel great to be fighting, but it was a different time, different show, and different guys, And Anderson is one of the best pound for pound in the world, and I have a lot of respect for him. But I will be training every single day to beat him.
Well, you're going to be fighting on April 18th in Montreal, but now you're in Toronto. How do you like the city?
I like the city. The only problem is very cold now. It's a winter time here, and I came from Brazil. In Brazil is summertime, but that's the only difference. Because I like here, I like the people here. I feel comfortable here in Toronto. Thank you guys for supporting.
Well, you're always welcome back in the summer. It's a little bit more warm. Now, tonight, on Saturday, is Nate Marquardt versus Wilson Gouveia. Yeah. You have a bit of history with Nate. How do you feel about tonight's fight for Gouveia and Marquardt?
Yeah, I don't have any predictions to say because they both are a tough fighter, But let's see what's gonna happen. They both has a great chance to beat each other. They both are dangerous. I don't know what can happen. I don't have any predictions. I prefer say.
It's just gonna be a good fight. Yeah. Now, of course, in your fight with Marquardt, there was some dispute over a strike that was called to the back of the head, but may have been to the side. Are you open to a rematch with Nate?
I'm not kind of open to rematch, Who decides is the UFC. I'm just looking forward. I already passed for him, and now I'm looking forward. Now my goal is the belt, and the belt is with Anderson. My goal is Anderson, I never think about it anymore. But that fight is a passive fight. But if I have to fight for him in the future, same thing. It will be a pleasure. I will be ready.
Again, going back to tonight's card, UFC 95, Diego Sanchez is coming down from a big weight. On Christmas Eve, he said he weighed 193 pounds, coming down to 155. Yeah. How do you feel about weight cutting? What do you normally walk around at to get down to 180?
Yeah, I normally walk around with 203, 204. It's a little bit, it's a little bit bad. Yeah. Cut a lot of weight, but we have to do it. It's our job, and it's just be ready to waiting for other situations and focus. Cut the weight is that sometimes the worst piece in all your training. Yeah.
We're talking about training, and finally, we're about 2 months away from the fight. When do you get into training mode and get into the gym?
When I get into my training, a week before. Only I just finish my training only when I travel to Montreal, and then I still doing a cardio just that week just to keep me warm up and all these kind of things. But one time I'm back to Brazil, I will never stop training to the fight.
All right. Well, that's it from the Warrior Fight Store in Pickering, Ontario with Thales Leites.
Okay. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What you reap is what you sow.